This movie was a request by my baby brother to check this one out and review it. And I'm a huge fan of the series, of the video game series, Mass Effect. Huge fan, love it. Mass Effect 2, probably one of my favorite games ever. Right behind the Kingdom Hearts series, you got Mass Effect, and freaking love it. Like 1 and 2, you can interchange them sometimes. This movie was created, and it follows one of the characters from Mass Effect 3, James. But the problem with Mass Effect as a movie is that there's choices that the character is giving in the video game that you, the player, get to make. When you take those choices away, it makes the movie just not the same. So today I'm going to review Mass Effect Paragon Lost. What's up, world? Welcome to another episode of Movie Breakdowns. I'm your host, Zakka. What is Movie Breakdown? It's a movie review series. We're looking at new and old movies. Give them a grade A through F, plus and minus do count. And there's a movie you want me to review, please put it in the comment section below, and I'll get to it as best I can. Also, please hit the subscribe button if you like this series, you like what I'm doing. I really appreciate you. And lastly, I do have a Patreon. Now, on my Patreon, you can join and you become first in line for everything. You get extra content, you also get reviews before they come out on YouTube, and you get first come, first serve when it comes to movie reviews requests. I will go ahead and knock them out just for you. Now let's go ahead and get to today's review, Mass Effect Paragon Lost. So the first thoughts of this movie, there's 2D animation and there's 3D animation, and at certain times in this movie they do not know which one they want to use. They try to mix the 3D animation in with the 2D animation, and it stands out big time. There's certain dialogue in this movie that's not that good either. You have certain movie tropes that repeat itself, like the romance trope where the girl doesn't like the good guy at first, and then after he served her one time, she immediately falls in love with him. We go to that trope. We also have like characters get introduced, you don't know who they are. I was watching this movie, I was 20 minutes in, and I was like, I don't know who these people are. There's 20 minutes in this movie. This movie is only 84 minutes long. It's only an hour and 24 minutes. So 20 minutes into this movie, I don't know who is who. And that's a bad thing. You shouldn't have that set up. We dealt with a battle with everybody at the beginning of the movie. Like, the battle happened, people were still there, and I still don't know their names. I had to literally like search for them and had to keep listening because there's no introduction whatsoever. That is not how you introduce characters into a movie. This movie decided to introduce them, just boom, here's everybody. Okay, we're only here for one guy. And I was like, that's not good. And then you brought in James, but you really don't introduce James. So somebody who never played the Mass Effect series, they wouldn't know who James is. They don't know why he's important. Matter of fact, you wouldn't know what this battle's about unless you play Mass Effect 3. So I'm going to review this movie as just a movie fan. Not as a Mass Effect 3 fan, because you can do that, and you're a Mass Effect 3 fan, you'll like the lore and like the stuff behind it. Or Mass Effect fan, you enjoy like, oh, there's Vega, there's, you know, the Collectors, and there's all these characters that you see, Cerberus and the Alliance you see in the game, in the movie, and you're like, okay, cool. But as a moviegoer watching this movie, you're like, what's going on? Who is that? Who is this? What happens to them? Why are they here? Why do I care about this person? You do that because this movie doesn't give you anything. So the movie starts off with the battle. The Alliance goes and saves this colony from a Krogan attack, and they fight the Krogans off and pretty much stays there. So 2 years pass and everything's normal. They built this giant gun on this planet, and then the Collectors appeared. So they attack the planet. There's a signal that's been spotted on the planet. They go check it out. This random guy who wears a Hawaiian shirt appears with the gang or with the soldiers. He goes with them, and he's with them throughout the whole movie. I'm watching this like, this dude's a bad guy. Why don't they point that out? So that movie trope of like, oh, there's somebody who joins the group who doesn't look anything like anybody else in the group, doesn't wear the same attire, completely different, wearing a Hawaiian shirt. This dude is not suspect. He's a suspect. And when in the middle of the movie, he reveals himself as a Cerberus who's like antagonist to the Allies, the Alliance group. They don't lock him up, they don't watch out for him, they just Vega punches him and he's like, I'm trying to stop them too. And then he turns on the group later in the movie. I'm like, nobody kept an eye on this dude? Everybody trusts this guy who's apparently your enemy. Okay. But yeah, so the bad guys attack, the collectors attack was the alien race. They attacked this colony, and they capture everybody and take everybody away. And Vega and his squad has to pretty much rescue everybody and try to save the colony at the end of the movie. Which the movie ending I do like. It's pretty cool because something I don't see often in superhero movies or heroic movies. So I do give them props for the way they ended it. However, how we got to that point was bad. So there's cut scenes in this movie that happen for no reason. For example, they found the beacon, they destroy the beacon, and then they cut immediately outside. I was like, what happened? It was inside a cave where the beacon's at. And then there's a part where the bad guy turns on the good guys. He kills the Krogan, and they're in a ship that runs straight into a wall inside this. They get inside the collectors, the alien spaceship, and it runs into the wall of the spaceship. And then it cuts, and they appear in pods afterwards. The good guys appear in pods afterwards. And I was like, how did we get here? You just can't make a movie and just cut to different scenes and expect people to understand what's going on. I had to rewind it twice to make sure that I didn't skip something. All right, I was watching the movie with my baby brother, and I was like, did I miss something? How did we get here? So that's bad. That's bad editing. Bad editing in this movie. Horrible editing. The dialogue is not that good in this movie. Like, it's cheesy, it's bad, and then you bring in characters that you don't get attached to. So in the end of the movie, because Mass Effect, if you play any Mass Effect game, you know it's about choices. So this is what the movie does adhere to the video game to give you choices. And in the movie, Vega has to make a choice. He has to make the choice of saving the colony or saving this Ansari, who's an alien who has the key to defeating the collectors. She has like the data on his watch, and she gets put in the pod, and kind of like in Man of Steel when Lois Lane is falling to Earth and he goes and rescue her. Imagine that scene, but the hero has the choice of saving her or the colony. And for a moment, I thought he was going to do both. I thought he was going to save the colony, fly out, and go rescue her. Because that's like every superhero movie, every heroic movie. No. He makes the choice and rescues the girl, and then the colony dies. Everybody in the colony dies. And at the end of the movie, it shows like he getting this Medal of Honor. He doesn't feel like a hero. He let hundreds of people die. And he goes back to the planet where the incident happened. He has a PTSD moment, which I thought was done really well. But for a moment, I thought there was a fake out. I thought it was like, oh, this is what happened if he would have saved her, and this is what happened if he would have saved everybody else. No, it just like him playing back like everybody dying. I was like, oh, that hit me there. I felt that. So I do like that moment in the movie, but everything else that leads up to the movie is garbage. Sorry. Like, for example, characters die in this movie that you're like, okay, how they die, why they die, or characters don't care about somebody dying. For example, the pilot who was with the crew at the beginning of the movie, he gets killed by running directly towards a monster. He gets zapped. Nobody cares about that. There's a guy who was a womanizer. He stays around to the very end because he can use like telekinesis. It's like telekinesis. We got the exact name for it, but it's like telekinesis, and he can move stuff around. He's really powerful, a powerful user of this. He comes back to life, or he never dies. He gets paralyzed. He becomes unparalyzed, and just pretty much there to the end of the movie, he gets killed. But Vega never really like mourns him. He loses half his crew, but 2 people, and doesn't mourn any of them. Like, he mourns the colony, he mourns this little girl he gets attached to, and her mom, but he doesn't mourn like his crewmates. He doesn't talk about them. He doesn't reflect on them like everybody who lost a life. He just like, I lost the colony. The colony is all we had, and that's them, and they're gone. And like, okay. Also, you create a giant gun, and you don't let it charge it 100%. Like, somebody should have been around when the aliens first started attacking, the collectors first started attacking, to shoot down the collector's ship. But nobody stayed with them. The whole crew left the base to go look at this beacon, which only 2 people could have done. Or 3. Okay. Sure. You also have some exposition in the movie to explain what the collectors are and what the reapers are and stuff like that. There's a way they do explain to give you a flashback where the Ansari is able to hack into the computer thanks to the bad guy. I don't even know his name, the Cerberus guy, and she's able to see everything to explain the lore of Mass Effect. But yeah, it's not that good of a movie. It's a bad movie. If you're a Mass Effect fan, you can watch it. eh. If you're a moviegoer fan, like animation, I would save my time, wouldn't watch this movie. So let me go ahead and look up characters here. I'm going to just use my phone to do this one. So we got Lieutenant James Vega, who played by Freddie Prinze Jr. The voices of the characters I didn't think was bad. I think everybody who did voice acting was good. So Lieutenant James played by Freddie Prinze Jr., who played Fred in the Scooby-Doo movies. You got Monica Rao, who plays Tria. Vic Mignoga, who played Manser. I don't know who else I can go down here. Essex, who's the womanizer, played by Eric Vale. And you got other people. Justin Cook, who's Dragon Ball Z here, who plays Brood. This movie has a bunch of good voice actors in this, actually. Laura Bailey, Bruce Carey, who played Albert Hackett. Kara Edwards played Christine. This movie has a bunch of good voice actors in it. So, yeah. It's just, they all got put in a bad movie. Alright, so the music in this movie, the music is okay. I like the music. The animation at time wasn't that great. Storyline wasn't really that great. The plot is simple, but just it took forever for the plot to happen. It took to 30 minutes into the movie before you realize what the plot was. And the fact that the bad guy was right there. Oh, by the way, so Tria and James, they like each other. James been crushing on this lady for 2 years and finally never good asked her out. And all of a sudden, he rescues her, and she's like, I'm in love with you now. I'm with you. I'm like, wait a minute, no, that's not how this happened. We just threw this trope in here all of a sudden. Also, you have characters who, like the girl, a part of the crew, she got tired of the womanizer, who's Essex. She dates the pilot, but we don't know why, we don't know how. Okay. And, like, storyline's not complete. The plot's simple, but the storylines for how we get to points just wasn't that good. And you had the bad guy who was there the whole time, but nobody decided to put him out, keep an eye on him, where the case may be. The Krogan that they saved in the beginning of the movie, who was a bad guy first, the antagonist, they bring him back, which Krogans are loyal characters. They're an alien race. If you play the video games, you know who they are. They're like turtle kind of characters or dinosaur kind of characters. They're loyal. And he comes back and he helps out Vega, but he gets killed. And pretty much just, they chose Vega from Mass Effect 3. And it's like, he talks about it in the video game, and it's like, oh, let's make this into a movie, when you could have done any other character to make a movie out of Mass Effect for Mass Effect. But the ending, I think, was really great. It's just that the choice they give you, and they made the choice that you really don't see in movies. So I give them props for that. Is this a Friday night movie? No, do not watch it with your movie. Don't watch it with your friends. And last thoughts, I'm giving this movie a D-. The cuts was horrible. The dialogue wasn't that good. The voice acting for everybody is great though, but the dialogue is not that good. The storyline, you've seen the tropes appear. You're not surprised by anything, but the ending was really good. The ending was done well, but other than that, everything else was just like, really? Okay. Where we get these cuts at? Why do we go to black to one screen and appear in another section? Like, come on, guys. We could have made a better movie than this. Could have made a better movie than this. Reintroduce characters. Give us the best way to introduce characters. There's so many other movies out there that introduce good characters and show you how to introduce them. The X-Men series, the Avengers series, the Guardians of the Galaxy series. They introduce all these characters, especially Guardians of the Galaxy. You introduce all these characters and you know who they are. There's no like you wondering who this character is and what they're about. They're just pretty much regular movie trope characters. You have the snarky, snippy, whippy character. You have the nerd character. You have the strong female character. You have the womanizer, like the Brock character from Pokemon. Like, you could introduce them. Where you could have done it, you could have done it by like bringing on a new character to the group and say, this is this person's name, this is this person, this is this person, this person, and this is James Vega, and then they hand the movie over to him. Or you could have had James talk to each person like that's somebody else and explain to them. Like, there's different ways you can introduce characters where you don't have to sit there wondering. Remember, my big brother had a moment where it's like, this dude, isn't that guy? And it's not. They're two different characters, but we thought it was the same because the movie never explained who's who. But yeah, it's a D-. The ending is one thing that gives this movie, that doesn't saves the movie from being an F. But that's it. So you guys saw Paragon Lost. What do you guys think? Please put in the comment section below. I'm not sure if I'm never sure if I ever review the Mass Effect series, because I don't review video games, but if I ever do review video games, that's probably one of the first ones I will review. But yeah, the movie's not that good. D-. So thank you guys for watching this episode of Movie Breakdowns. See you guys next time. Keep being awesome. Thank you guys for watching this episode. I really appreciate it. Please like, share, subscribe, and tell a friend about my series. Tell a friend about Grind Towards Success. Tell a friend about the Movie Breakdown series. If you really like these episodes, I really appreciate it. It means so much to me. It means so much. I can't tell you how much it means. Like it's like I'll be really grateful you just told a friend and share and subscribe to the series. And thank you guys for watching this. Also, if you want to follow my journey outside of YouTube or Facebook, you can go to my Instagram page and you can follow me on my Instagram page at Ali_Zakka. It's right here. Put it right here in my face. That way you're like, where's his face at? Well, it's right behind the Instagram logo. Yeah, but you can follow me on my Instagram page. And also, if you want another episode of Grind Towards Success or Movie Breakdowns, you can watch the episode of Grind Towards Success right here. You can watch the last episode of Movie Breakdowns right there. Thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate it. See you guys next time. Keep being awesome.